Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites Ja Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
What's up, y'all? Lane Whitaker here. I'm sitting in for Gary Parrish today. Gary got caught in the travel hell that's happening around the United States right now. So Gary will be back with you guys tomorrow, hopefully once he gets somewhere outside of the airport. Lane Whitaker, Ben Doyle, Kyra Black, we're all here with you today to get you through a busy day. We actually end up with lots of stuff we need to talk about today.
It's been a busy, eventful morning.
It has been, yeah. The Grizzlies are in New York City taking on the New York Knicks tonight at Madison Square Garden. So we're going to talk about that. We got a little medical update from Brandon Clark. We're going to go into that, talk about that a little bit. We're going to talk about Nico Harrison got fired this morning, or is about to get fired, or something's happening in Dallas today. So we'll get into that. We'll talk about some college football news. We've got Jessica Benson's going to swing by, hang out with us for a little bit, talk about some stuff. John Cena is the new Grand Slam champion of the WWE.
You're damn right.
You know what that means? No, nobody really does.
But you're going to tell me.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. You're going to try to guess.
You're going to explain to me.
Yeah,
okay,
there's other
good.
Grand Slammers.
I gave you some homework.
Do we call them Grand Slammers?
Yeah.
There's other Grand Slam winners, and we're going to talk about them, and you're going to try to guess who they are.
Good.
So we've got a lot of stuff to get to today. So, you ready to get into this?
I am. First and foremost, I would like to. Well, first and foremost, Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you to all of.
I'm the son of a veteran and the grandson of a veteran.
I'm a grandson of a veteran as well. And just a big shout out and respect to all of our veterans out there.
My dad this morning emailed me that today, whatever it was, 50-something years ago, he was in Slidell, Louisiana, sleeping on the tarmac of an airport in a tent with his group going through basic training or whatever it was. So, I mean, Veterans Day is special to a lot of us, and we thank you for your service or your support.
I want to say I think there's a parade going on downtown today. When we were driving in, they were setting up a stage. So I think
why don't you and I make a parade for him?
Yeah, we will. Yeah, hopefully it comes around over on this side so we can go check it out. I got the kiddo with me today, and thank you for hosting today. Thank you for filling in. Like you said, GP dealing with the travel nightmare that most of the nation is dealing with right now in the airports. So
I actually saw a whole segment about it on Good Morning America this morning. How to handle it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to like
what? Be ready to sit in an airport for a day?
It was the main thing it said was don't use like Priceline or one of those sites to book your travel. Like just do it directly with the airline so you can get, direct communication. And they were also like, if you're stuck in the airport or you're at the airport and they say, oh, well, we're going to delay it for an hour. Like you kind of know where it's going. Like just go ahead and like rent a car or do something else. So
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get
Good
into
luck,
the Grizzlies.
GP.
Yeah,
Yep.
The Grizzlies had no problems getting to New York City last night because they flew direct, and they are there today. Although they canceled shoot around this morning, I just got an alert. So no shoot around for the Grizzlies this morning, but we did get a update from the Grizzlies PR staff about Brandon Clarke. Brandon was injured in the offseason and had knee surgery, and the Grizzlies say Brandon Clarke is progressing well in his rehabilitation from an arthroscopic procedure to address right knee synovitis. You know what that is?
Synovitis?
Synovitis.
No, I do not.
I don't either.
It sounds painful.
He's cleared to begin ramping up basketball activities and is expected to return to play in 6 to 9 weeks.
Ooh,
so if he hits the 6 into that, I saw somebody on the Twitter posted like the 6 would be like right around Christmas.
Okay.
The 9 would be like second week of January, something like that.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I, frankly, hearing that he's even going to be back this season, I think is positive. When we got the initial report that he was getting surgery, and I don't remember what was that timeline for reevaluation? It was around the same,
3
right?
months or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw somebody last night point out that from the first announcement that we would get an update, like today was literally like whatever it was, 6 weeks to the day or whatever from when they said we were going to get an update. So we got an update. Synovitis is an inflammation of the synovium, the lining of the joints.
Okay.
So
doesn't sound great.
No.
But it is good that that it looks like he's going to be able to come back at some point this season, because frankly, man, when I saw that he was getting knee surgery, and this is a guy that's dealt with some knee issues in the past now, I was like, that's not a great sign.
And the Achilles, right? Like he had, he's been through some
He's been through some stuff,
injuries.
through lower leg stuff. So I'm glad that that he's going to be able to hopefully play at some point this season. But obviously, you're not going to be counting on him anytime soon.
Yeah, and he's probably we don't know, but probably not going to be like the high flying Brandon Clarke that we had when he was Summer League MVP a few years ago.
And that's what sucks, like especially for a guy like him, because his game is so predicated off athleticism. I mean, I just he came in the same year as Ja, and instantly looked like a steal in that draft, right? Like he was an instant impact player for the Grizzlies as a rookie.
Last pick in the first round.
Yeah, man. And we've seen like some big moments with him. Obviously there was the playoff series against the Timberwolves when they decided like they couldn't put Steven Adams out there against Karl Towns because he was bringing him, out past the three-point line. You insert Brandon in that starting lineup with Jaren, and they win the series. So like he's had some big moments, and so hopefully he's able to get back to form.
Some big rebounds, some blocks, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, hopefully we can see him. And if he's not high flying Brandon Clarke, hopefully he can figure out how to be successful, right? Like as whatever he is, because he's still. He's got great touch in the paint. Like if he can get that floater off, like he'll be good. So Grizzlies go in tonight to MSG. The other guy who's added to the injury report was Javon Small with a toe soreness.
Yeah, he wasn't dressed out in the Oklahoma City game, and he had played
for the Hustle.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I watched that game
Saturday
actually.
night. Yeah, in their opener.
Yeah, because they played the
Capitanes.
Hustle 2-0. I don't think they've played another game since then.
Yeah, they played Saturday, Sunday, back to back. Yeah.
Which it was fun watching that first game. The second game was the same day as Grizzlies Thunder, and so they brought a lot of guys over, but to the main roster. But that first game, I mean, you had a closing lineup of Javon Small, PJ Hall, Jemai Mashak, Gigi, and who was the other? Who else am I forgetting? That's with the. That's with the big club.
Omax.
And Omax, that's right, who killed it in that game. He was awesome. So yeah, man, you're gonna, depending on like when the Grizzlies play this season, the Hustle got a chance to have a really nice team if you're rolling out lineups like that with NBA guys. So
I mean,
pretty cool.
Omax and Javon and they're on two-way deals, so like they're going to be playing down there pretty regularly, you would assume. So.
I think Omax deserves more minutes.
On the big roster.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot to talk about with the big roster.
Let's talk about it.
They're rolling into MSG tonight, 4-7 on the season. Have lost 5 of their last 6 games. But that Thunder game ended up losing 114-100. But there was some moments in that game where you look at it and you're like, oh. And in the win over Dallas, I thought there was times you could look at that and be like, oh, they're figuring some stuff out. And I know there's I said this on the double post when I called in the other night. There's no moral victories in the NBA.
No.
That being said, the Grizzlies look pretty good for large portions of those last 2 games. And it's almost like, especially that first half against the Thunder, you could see the offense kind of humming, ball moving around, players cutting, players getting open, doing all the things that Coach Isolo talked about on Media Day, where he was like, our offense is going to have multiple actions, things happening off ball, all that stuff. And then when the season started, especially those 4 games they lost in a row, the offense was just stagnant, just guys standing around, the ball's not moving, any of that stuff. And then it's these last 2 games when that stuff has happened on offense, everything has changed for this Grizzlies team. And I really think for this Grizzlies team, it's just figuring out some consistency now. How do we do this every time down the floor? How do we not fall into these 5-6 minute spells where the ball stops moving, we don't know what to do? And how do they get over that? And a big part of that against the Thunder was Ja Morant struggled. Had a maybe his worst shooting game ever, I think, for the Grizzlies. Finished. What did he finish?
11 points.
11 points on 3.
I think 11 points, 8 assists. Yeah.
3 of 18 from the floor, 2 of 7 on threes. And so much of that was like those little floaters in the paint, free throw line, like just stuff, close shots that it wasn't like he was up there shooting bricks. There were shots like hitting the rim and just coming off. And he talked about it after the game.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this a lot yesterday, but there was the quote that the Michael Cole had from Ja. And it basically, when he was asked about his slump that he's in right now, he said, I'm getting no foul calls. Y'all had a whole spiel about running in there careless and getting hurt. So what now? That's what y'all want me to do, to go back to doing? Let's end that combo right now. So, and then I heard Vernon talking about it a lot yesterday about that specific quote.
Well, first of all, I just want to shout out Ja for using spiel. That's his new word. Because he used it when he talked about Isola last week, too, when he was like, the coaching staff had a whole spiel. And now he said that y'all had a whole spiel about running. I'm going to try to use spiel more.
Great word.
That's the English nerd in me getting into that. But yeah, to your point.
I said yesterday that I do think that I don't think this is a product of the new offense or anything. I think that he is in a shooting slump right now. And dude, we have seen him be better than this. Ja's not a great shooter, but we have seen him obviously finish at the rim way better in his career. Without, we've seen him do it without being careless and driving in there careless, like he said in that quote, right? And so I do think he can refine that. I don't think that this is like what Ja is now at all. I mean, we've seen him literally this season take over a game down the stretch and hit every bucket, again, on that road win at Phoenix Suns. Yeah,
that's when he's cooking like in the paint and making those floaters, those little like mid-range shots. Like, the NBA has now become such a 3-point and layup league. And that's kind of what makes Ja so special is he kind of can thrive in that mid-range game. And he's getting his shots. That's the thing. Like against the Thunder, he shot 3 for 18, but a lot of those were open looks. Like he was open in the paint. He got to the rim. He says, y'all want me driving in there being careless. There was a play in the first half of that Thunder game where he drove the paint and jumped up and kind of went at Hartenstein. You remember that? He cocked it back and fumbled the ball away. Nothing happened.
And then he laughed the whole way back down. They were both laughing about it.
That was like one of those plays from a couple years ago that Ja would have tried some crazy thing, and he kind of thought better of it. You could tell like halfway through it and was like, okay, no, I'm not going to do this. So it's still in there, but I think he's gotten a lot smarter as a player and gotten a lot better about getting to his spots and getting those open looks. They're just not going in right now. And I'm with you. Like, I don't think anything has really changed for the worse with him as a player. It's just he's kind of unlucky this last couple of weeks.
And, I mean, what better way to turn it around and have a massive Ja performance than at Madison Square Garden where the lights are the brightest. I mean, it's 2 back-to-back, like at MSG and then at TD Garden. Like, those are 2 of the, bigger stages of the NBA. So if he's going to break out of it and shine, it looks like, this would be a good part to do it. Good point to do it. We do have a picture, Kyra, that I sent you of what he's going to be wearing tonight.
Yeah.
We got some player exclusive
Peas.
Ja threes.
Ja leaked these last night because remember Ja talked about like he was tired of everyone else leaking his shoes.
Yep.
So he was like, I'm going to start leaking my own shoes. So he's been posting everything before anyone else can post it. And so he leaked these last night. I think they're called the Welcome to New York Ja threes. By the way, for more on these, watch Sneak Fest today, 2:00 here on Grind.
Are you gonna? Yeah,
we'll talk about them.
She'll throw out the picture whenever we get it. But the Knicks, they're 6-0 at home. They're 0-3 on the road. So they're pretty great in that building.
Yeah,
yeah.
A lot of people are great in that building because that building has a lot of history, and it's sort of a self-generating thing here that MSG matters more than other places, and the New York media loves to say this because they want people to come in there and show out and have big games, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't know how much that means for players to have a big game in New York. I think they like it when there's celebrities there and you're in New York City and you spent the night going on in the town, et cetera. I was there in 2009. The people who owned, I was working at Slam Magazine at the time, the people who owned Slam, a big conglomerate owned Slam, they had a suite at Madison Square Garden. And so we asked if we could have access to the suite for one game. And they said yes. So they said, pick a game. And we thought, well, this is some big corporate conglomerate. They don't know what's going on. So we asked if we could have the suite for the Lakers-Knicks game.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, okay. So we went to the game, and Kobe Bryant had 61 points that night. It was like unbelievable. Kobe was making everything he threw up. The high there, single game total, was a couple years later. Carmelo Anthony had 62 at MSG. But there's been other guys. Michael Jordan had the 55-point game there. There's been other players who've showed up and showed out. I think that press conference that John Jaron did, we want all the smoke, we go up the chimney, that was at MSG after a game. There's been some good performances from the Grizzlies there through the years. Last year they got blown out playing at MSG. I'm just kind of looking, I think, Bennett, for the Grizzlies to be more consistent tonight. I would just – we've seen flashes of it, like we said, these last couple games, but I would love it if they could, for 48 minutes tonight, or heck, for 40 minutes tonight, just play the way that they were playing, moving the ball, get up and down, play downhill, get rebounds, all those things they've been doing for bits and pieces. If they can do that tonight against this Knicks team, which is a different Knicks team than we've seen the last couple of years. They're not.
Well, their offense, man.
Yeah, they're getting the ball up and down the court.
It's
shooting,
not just Jalen Brunson.
I think they scored 130 the other night against the Nets.
They are putting up huge.
They're
numbers
scoring
at
a
home.
lot of points.
My God. Yeah, their past two home games: 134-98 win over the Nets, 137-114 win over the Timberwolves.
Yeah, but they're not the defensive team that they oriented team they were under Thibodeau. So under Mike Brown, they're really trying to play up tempo and get up and down and get some points up there. So the Grizzlies are going to have their hands full trying to slow that team down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. I like just looking at the Ja Morant era of the Grizzlies and what they've done. They're 3-3
MSG
since Ja's been here. Yeah, 3-3 at MSG. I would say his biggest last year was the disaster. That was the 143-106 blowout. They just got killed. The year before was probably 23-24. They lost to 123-113, but that was everybody was injured. Grizzlies started Trey Jemison, Santi, Jacob Gilliard, John Contra, and Vince Williams Jr. That was the starting
Jemison era.
That was the starting lineup in that game the year before last. Ja's best performance was probably that 22-23 season. He had a 27-point triple-double in that game. Jaren had 21 points as well. Grizzlies got the win 127-123. They won the year before.
I think that was the night that afterwards they did that press conference where they talked about we won all the smoke.
Yeah.
That was the game.
21-22, Grizzlies won again, 120-108. Jaren had 26 and 10, Ja 23 and 9 assists. 2021, they lost in overtime. Ja had 26 in that one. So and then his rookie season, he had an 18-point, 10-assist game, and the Grizzlies won that one. Dylan Brooks, the leading scorer, with 27 in that game. So he hasn't had just a massive scoring output ever at MSG, but he did obviously have a big triple-double in that 22-23 season. So we'll see what he does tonight.
This road trip, it's 4 games, and they go at New York, at Boston, at Cleveland, and then at San Antonio. What do you want to see out of this road trip? Do you my expectations are low because coming off all these losses.
Road trip, man.
It's a tough road trip against a New York team that's scoring a lot of points. Boston, who plays hard every night. Cleveland just lost last night in a heartbreaker. We got a lot of NBA we're going to get to later too.
Yeah, it was actually a big night in the association.
Yeah, and San Antonio has been kind of the revelation of the league so far this year. Like, is 2-2 setting our sights too low for this team on this road trip?
I think 2-2, anyone would take that. Yeah, I think anyone would take 2-2. Like, hopefully you could find a way to. I mean, any way you can get it, honestly. But you
could probably steal one at Boston because Boston, they've got Jaylen Brown and Spraylon Brown, and that's about all they got. They have their system, but they don't have what they've been the last couple of years.
Yeah, that's a tough place to play, man.
I guess
it's a tough place to play.
They're 5-6.
Yeah, the San Antonio game on next Tuesday, a week from tonight. That's an NBC Peacock game, so big stage for that one.
On the Peacock.
Yeah, I mean, I would take 2-2 in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
in a heartbeat.
At Cleveland, at San Antonio to close it out. In Cleveland, that was the best team in the Eastern Conference last year, but we took one of their best players. That's the update I want Bennett. Ty Jerome return to play.
Yeah.
Because I think
we should be close to getting an update on him as well.
I think he'll make the biggest difference out of all these guys coming back because that's where you're most thin really is. And sure, Zach Edey will make a big difference too. But Ty Jerome can play multiple positions and brings you playmaking, shooting, like all the things you're kind of lacking in the backcourt. Like he's going to totally change the math of that backcourt. And to me, like that's the one I'm really kind of waiting to see him. I saw him at shoot around the other day, and he didn't have a leg brace on, didn't have a calf wrap, anything like that. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe.
Have you noticed with him that he always has a basketball in his hands?
Yeah,
he sits on the bench holding the basketball. I saw someone point that out, and then I paid attention to it, and I was like, oh, yeah, he's literally holding a basketball the entire game, even though he's not playing. That's pretty good. We do have the picture of the Ja 3s that he's going to wear tonight, the exclusive New York colorways. Those are sick. Those are awesome. They kind of actually look like, on the screen, they look like the scratches that came out earlier this week, but they're not. They're a little more.
I think the green is supposed to be the Statue of Liberty.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the New York Liberty.
It's a different color green. Those are really cool, though. So the welcome to the garden.
It's funny because at first I didn't realize the swoosh and the A were a Ja on the side of the shoe. Like when the first colorway came out, the pink ones. But now, like on that one, like it kind of hits you over the head. Like some of them now, they're just like, this is it. It's Ja right here.
Yeah, those are good.
Do you have a pair of the Ja 3s yet?
I ordered a pair of the scratches.
I knew you were thinking about them.
Yeah, those were my favorites. So
I really like I have a pair of the pink ones, and I love them.
Yeah.
Like, they're the best fitting ones out of all the Jaws so far to me. The Ja 1s were like real flat, and I didn't like them. The Ja 2s, I never had a pair. It also sucks to have a child who considers himself a sneakerhead. So now I'm having to buy, like sometimes I'm like, I think I'll get some Ja 2s. And my son is like, no, I need a new pair of shoes. And so I'm like, all right, you get the Ja 2s.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got a pair of the Ja 3s and I love them. So.
Yep. All right, big game tonight. Let's try to get a dub. It's going to be tough again. Knicks 6-0 at home. So Grizz going to be up against it tonight. But hey,
they got to lose eventually.
They got to lose at home eventually.
Right.
They're not going to go undefeated at home this season.
What if they do? Then you're going to end up on the Knicks highlight video.
I don't think so. I don't think they'll go undefeated at home. Let's ask JB what she thinks about it.
Yeah.
She's going to come in
Jessica
with us next.
Join us here in a second. We'll go around the NBA, talk about some of that stuff, and lots of other news to get to. You're watching The Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
The only thing better than Saturday Night Hoops is when it comes with an exclusive Grizz hoodie. Every Saturday this season, $60 gets you a Grizzlies ticket and a limited edition Grizzlies hoodie. 4 different hoodie designs dropping across 4 Saturday games. Not sold anywhere else. Don't miss your shot to collect all 4 designs. Grab your tickets and gear up now at grizzlies.com/Saturday.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Yeah. Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. I'm Lang Whitaker alongside Bennett Doyle and Kyra Black. And joining us now, as she never does on Tuesday, but she's here this Tuesday, Jessica Benson coming in and hanging out.
On a Tuesday.
What's up? Yeah. Hey, we didn't even talk about this.
Yes.
And I realized we kind of glossed over it in the first block. Nico Harrison fired in Dallas.
Or about to be fired.
No, it happened.
It's happened now, yeah.
It happened.
He's out.
The meeting was at 10.
Yeah. They tweeted that he was going to have a meeting at 10. And
Like, wouldn't you just not show up to the meeting?
it's like somebody got in his Outlook and they were like, he's got a meeting at 10 on the books.
Let me ask y'all a question about this. Do you think that fan pressure played?
Yes.
Okay, because the thing is you cannot, I wonder if the fans just didn't chant fire Nico every game to start the season, if this would have even happened.
No, you got to the point where that became the overwhelming highlight of the Mavs season. Was, okay, where did the fire Nico chants come on any given night?
Yeah.
Like last night, PJ Washington's taking potential game-winning free throws.
Right.
And the Dallas fans are chanting, fire Nico.
Yeah, like Cooper and Giannis are going at it.
Yeah.
Like it's,
it was like Mark Stein and McMahon and all those guys constantly reporting on it. Like it was the story though last night. Did you guys read the game stories from last night? So the Mavs governor, Patrick Dumont, was at the game, and this is in
Sitting
the game
next to
story.
a Luka fan.
Yeah, he sat next to a kid who was wearing a Luka jersey, and in the game story it says this was his first time at a game since Dallas's blowout loss to the Spurs in the opener. He spent several minutes early in the second half engaging in a cordial conversation with an 18-year-old fan who wore a gold Doncic Lakers jersey and approached to apologize for flipping off Dumont during the opener.
so good.
And then the Athletic story, they actually interviewed the fan. They said Nicholas Dickinson, an 18-year-old Dallasite whose family owned season tickets 4 rows behind where he sits, wanted to apologize. In the blowout loss, he shouted 4-letter words and gave him the finger. The more he thought about what he did, the worse he felt. So at his father's urging, he approached to apologize on Monday. But Dumont acknowledged a mistake as well. Basically, Patrick was like, he feels horrible for the trade and he wants to make it up to us, Dickinson told The Athletic. That's basically what he said. He accepted my apology for it as well. So
wild.
Yeah. So, the governor of the team came out and was like, look, we screwed up, apparently. I don't know. Yeah. It was weird that, first of all, why would you, even engage the kid and say that to him? Because you know it's going to get out. You can't say anything to an 18-year-old.
Right, they're not keeping
It's
it
just
secret.
it's a blender of a situation. Like it's the fans
of their own making.
It's the fact that they're on pace to have a historically terrible offense, that you can't even find yourself rationalizing Anthony Davis isn't healthy and Kyrie Irving isn't healthy. It's just been bad. And on the other side of the country, or I guess it's not the other, it's Dallas to Los Angeles, but Luka's putting together a MVP-esque start to the season. And you're having legitimate conversations of, is Luka the best player in the world? You traded at least someone who can categorically be considered as one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, and it wasn't that you can do that now. Like, you could have done this last year. Everyone knew he was one of the best players in the world a year ago.
Yeah.
It's not like...
Yeah, this is a surprise.
Yeah, it's
Luka's
not like-
really good at basketball.
It's not like he got better in LA. Like this, he's always
No.
been awesome, and you saw this coming.
And I think too, like they just did not take into account, like that's one of that fan connection. Again, like you said, they have Luka. They're wearing Luka Lakers jerseys.
Yes.
Mavs fans are at those games. That's how
Yes.
much they loved that guy. And so the connection there is probably one of the best in the league with the fans to like a star player.
Yeah.
And I just don't think they took that into account
I
even
have a-
close to enough.
I have a unique history with this because when I was growing up in Atlanta, the Atlanta Hawks traded Dominique Wilkins, who was the best player in franchise history. And they traded him when they were in first place in the Eastern Conference. They get to the trade deadline. Dominique's got a contract coming up, whatever. They moved him for Danny Manning, who was going to come in and like help this number one team, go to the next level because Dominique could only score. They lost in the first round of the playoffs. Danny Manning left in free agency immediately when the season ended, and that was it. And fans in Atlanta are still mad about this. 30-something years later, it still gets brought up all the time. Like, you traded the franchise guy. Like, I don't know how Dallas ever gets over this. I mean, yes.
They're in a sticky place, too.
You got
because-
Cooper Flagg.
Sure. But at what cost? You don't have a first-round draft pick, I think.
For the next 4 years or something like that. Or it's
I think they have one next year, but then it's like 2027 to 2030.
Yeah.
You don't have them because you built a contending team around Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
They made it to the finals.
And you didn't get enough back for trading him.
No. And you also...
That's the most
You brought
egregious
Klay
part.
Thompson
Yeah.
in to be a part of one team, and now at this point, like, he
Yeah.
seems checked out and maybe body checked out, and at the point in his career where it's just not what it used to be. He's living his best life with Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
It's just
Happy for him.
quite the toppling for the Dallas Mavericks.
And I think it was like alleviated when you get the number one overall pick a little bit, but then you realize immediately, okay, an 18-year-old rookie is not going to come in and be anything close to the equivalent of what Luka has been for years for your franchise. Like, it's going to take time with him, and he already looks good, and I think he's going to be a star, but
he's getting
18
outplayed
years
by
old.
Cedric Coward, like, and stuff when they're here,
yeah,
like it's
he's being asked to do everything
it's-
and be very uncomfortable.
tough.
And by no means is representative of what Cooper Flagg's career will be in the NBA, but it certainly has been hampered by the position that he was drafted into.
Yeah.
And everyone tried to say, "Oh, this isn't your typical number one pick going to a crumbling." No, it's exactly what we always see with number one picks for the most part.
Well, now
going
they're
to
gonna
poorly run teams.
They got to move Anthony Davis. They got to move Kyrie because that's the only chances you have to kind of restock the shelves there and get draft picks, get stuff. But unfortunately, both guys are hurt. Like, you don't know if either of them is going to be the player they ever were previously. I think Anthony Davis probably has.
When he plays, he still has it.
And Kyrie does too. Last year he was having a great season. But Kyrie's gotten hurt a lot. He's been through a lot the last few years. So I don't know what Dallas can get back for those guys. But if you're going to blow it up, like, you got to start moving guys. PJ Washington might have some capital out there.
Lively,
Yeah.
Gafford.
They have some pieces that maybe
Musa
you get some
Cisse's
for.
looked good.
He was their best player the
I'm
other
so
night.
happy for him, man.
I am too.
He came in the game, and I forgot who was I sitting with, but I was like, man, Musa Cisse is their best player in this game. Like, he's running up and down the floor, and just like, that's all you got to do.
He had a good game the next night, too.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so crazy. Like, there are very few things I missed about working in local news and in the sports department in local news, but one of the things I genuinely miss is being on that prep circuit and getting to know these players. Like, I was thinking back watching Musa Cisse play the other night. I watched him just dominate at Lausanne.
Yeah.
And I think I watched a game where he had like 20 points and 5 blocks before halftime. And you just see these guys, and they're different. and
Yes.
they're really good, but that doesn't guarantee anything. And he's gone through it through his college career and having a slow start. But it's nice to see him settle into this place where he looks confident and looks like he might have a place in the
He
league.
looks absurd. Like when he checked into the game, I was like, this guy looks like somebody made him in 2K.
He's a freak.
Yeah. Like he's just like, pure muscle and sinew and athleticism and all this stuff. But I mean, if he finds the right spot in the NBA, I think he'll have a long career.
Yeah.
Play like he does. Can we talk about someone else who got fired?
Sure.
Brian Kelly.
Oh.
In LSU.
Oh.
And now in a legal filing obtained by ESPN this morning, Dan Wetzel posted that Brian Kelly's lawyers say LSU is saying they never formally terminated Brian Kelly, and they want to fire him for cause because he's supposed to get a $54 million buyout. This would mean that they don't owe him all $54 million. It's also come out that there were discussions about negotiating a settlement for this buyout, and it was like, I think, $20 million and $25 million, and he rejected all those.
He wants the full piece.
There's a lawyer on Twitter who tweeted about this, and I think this is not just a guy who plays a lawyer on Twitter. He's an actual lawyer. Is that he said, no school has ever won a termination for cause lawsuit, even when they could allege grounds with a straight face. Thus, it seems unlikely LSU could set a new precedent when everyone in college sports is laughing at them for taking a position that is absolutely absurd.
My only question, does Louisiana law have anything at play here? I don't know a lot about.
Speaking of absurd law, maybe
the law, I took LSAT prep classes for 3 weeks, and I also took a journalism law class. And one of the few things I remember from that class is that Louisiana is the only state, I believe, that operates with like the civil law, the blend between French and Spanish, and you take the French and Spanish influence in Louisiana.
I don't know what you're talking
anyway,
about.
I think they just abide by a different set of rules, which is why it's kind of like a funky place at certain times. So maybe they think they have some notch that allows them to operate in a way that has never worked in the history of a coach being fired for potential cause and getting money back from that buyout. Who wants to coach there? That's my question. I get that they have NIL. I get that they have some of the most resources in the SEC, and that by all means it's a good job.
Yeah.
But it just seems like a mess. And this adds another layer.
But somebody's going to take that job because they want money, and they're going to pay him not as much as Brian Kelly got, maybe, but
I think it's crazy that Brian Kelly is now trying to be accused for cause when what happened at Notre Dame, you could have maybe actually made a case for that.
There was other stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a crazy situation, and it's just hilarious too because when they hired Brian Kelly, it was such a big deal, and the press conferences and him speaking with a fake Southern accent, and all the stuff that has come out around that, and now it's
the
just
dancing video.
Yeah, with the players and stuff. Okay,
I just want to know what they're trying to get him on.
Yeah, what's the code? But maybe just that he sucked as a coach.
Leaked. That's your cause.
Yeah. You were supposed to come in here and win a title.
Emotional distress.
Your cause is that you're not good as a coach.
That's so funny.
Let's talk a little bit about the Grizzlies tonight. We talked about it before you came on here. Grizzlies have this 4-game road trip coming up. What are you looking to see from the Grizzlies over these next 4 games?
Periods of play that look like what we saw in the first half against the Thunder and the first half against the Mavericks.
All right.
And I would also like to see a improvement on what happens when the game slows down.
Yeah.
Because we've seen proof of concept. When they get stops, when they get out in transition, we get it. Getting into their early offense is not the problem for this team. But when the Thunder started making their shots in the second half, it went completely back down to one-on-one action.
Yeah.
The ball stopped popping. The people stopped moving. And it just sits in a less comfortable place. Right.
Yeah.
So trying to see those transition opportunities morph into what your offensive sets are going to look like.
Yeah.
And also just a continued utilization of Ja and Jaren.
Yeah.
They're your 2 most important offensive players. And this team early on this season will go the way they go. Now, granted, some of that can be hindered because of not having Zach Edey. And we're putting a lot on the 7-4 Zach Edey to fix. But I do think, realistically, he fixes a lot if he comes back and plays at the rate that he was playing at the end of last season.
I told Bennett, that I'm even like, yes, Zach Edey's going to fix that. I'm kind of even more anticipating Ty Jerome.
Okay.
And I don't know what, like, it's hard to say he'll fix anything because we haven't seen him play with this lineup really. We never saw him play with Ja in the preseason. But I do think he fixes a lot of the sort of holes you have offensively, without Scottie Pippen Jr. out there. Like he gives you a backup point guard. He gives you a playmaker, sort of the stuff that Cam Spencer isn't. Like Cam Spencer's and Vince Williams are sort of capable of they can dribble the ball up the court and pass it. But the offense really, really slows down when those guys have to kind of take the brunt of things. And I think Ty Jerome will be able to get you into the offense. He can make shots. He can do all those other type of things that those guys can't really do consistently because they're not point guards. And Ty Jerome is more of a point guard than they are. And I think he'll be more impactful probably than any other addition. And sure, Zach Edey will be huge, but because he is
through the preseason, we
huge.
looked at Ty Jerome and we're like, oh, the Grizzlies probably have their most steady hand at backup point guard since they had Tyus Jones.
Yeah.
So that does make a difference because Ja can't play every minute of every game, but even getting the opportunity to see them play alongside each other.
Yeah.
And the same thing went for Scottie Pippen Jr. on a different level. Ty Jerome's a probably more natural ball handler.
Yes, I think so.
Scottie's a more plus defensive player,
Yeah.
but Ty is more plus offensive side. It's just I just want to see the continuous growth, and that's not a very fun thing sometimes, right? Like you wish you could snap your fingers and sprinkle a little fairy dust, and it's nice that the drama side of things has appeared to move on, and there's always a team who's going to be more dramatic than you, and that is the Dallas Mavericks, and that is great news for all.
Yeah.
But when you listen to Coach Isolo talk, the thing that continuously stands out to me is the process of it all. And he'll say things like weeks, months, years, as the case with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And nobody wants to wait years for this thing. But you do have to have an element of patience. So where are you finding? We're so conditioned with American sports.
Yeah.
It's about wins and losses. It's that simple. Like if the Grizzlies go out on this 4-game losing streak and lose all 4 and connecting it back to the Thunder game, that's a 5-game losing streak. It's going to be really difficult to point at this team and say, you know what, I see the vision.
Yeah.
You have to get some wins in there at times.
Also, like you said when I asked you at the start, you were like, you want to see periods where they're able to kind of start. Like I think maybe it's too soon to say this, but I'd like to see more than periods. I'd like to see a game where they can string it together. And maybe it's too soon.
That'd be the best case scenario.
Sure, but like you said, we saw it like for a half against Dallas. The second half, like they kind of took their foot off the pedal a little bit, I think, and Dallas started making some shots. But it was really more the Grizzlies kind of took their foot off. The second half against the Thunder, I think it was more that the Thunder put their foot on the neck of the Grizzlies and were able to like play the way they play. So against some of these teams, I don't know if we can see the Grizzlies string it together for 4 quarters. I was sitting courtside at that Dallas game, and I talked about it with you guys on the post-game show, or the double post, where Jaren came off the court one time. Drew Hill put this in one of his stories too. Jaren came off the court and said to Coach Isolo, he was like, now that I understand what I'm doing, it all makes more sense. And I think like that's sort of the idea here. Like all these guys are starting to kind of grasp the offense and what they're supposed to be doing. And I don't think there's any surprise that you've seen Jaren improve sort of game by game the last week and a half. If Ja makes 5 of those shots in the game against the Thunder that just kind of rimmed out, we're not having the conversation about what's going on? What's the matter with Ja? So it's a lot of little things, I think. But to your bigger point, Jessica, like, yes, patience is something that it's almost required.
Virtue.
Is it?
They say it is.
Who's they?
The Mummy movie. Once there was a line.
Which Mummy movie?
The first one, I think.
Tom Cruise, Brendan Fraser.
Brendan Fraser, and they're doing a new one.
Nobody acknowledges that Tom Cruise.
Well, Jessica's
movie.
young. I thought she might.
1999.
They're doing they're doing a 4th movie. They say they don't acknowledge the 3rd movie in that
Tom
trilogy.
Cruise one?
No. That's not related to the Brendan Fraser.
It's not
the Brendan Fraser Rachel Weisz universe.
No. The Tom Cruise movie is a stupid movie that he should have never been a part of.
But it's called The Mummy, right?
I think it's called Mummy. I don't know if it's called The Mummy.
Okay, hold on.
Actually, it might be called The Mummy.
I think it is.
No, the Brendan Fraser one, they did 3 of them, right? They did.
I didn't even know Tom Cruise made a mummy.
They did
2017,
They did The Mummy, and then they did
The Mummy Returns.
The Mummy Returns. That featured Dwayne The Rock Johnson as the Scorpion King, which also had a spinoff. And then they did The Mummy 3, The Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which featured Jet Li, I believe. And they don't acknowledge that one. It's not part of the current timeline.
No,
it's
we're just pretending like the third mummy is
it's
the
gone.
new
So
mummy.
wait, so
That's right.
I got details. The Tom Cruise Mummy, called The Mummy, it says it's a reboot of the Mummy franchise.
A reboot, yes.
However, it's different than the Brendan Fraser Mummy franchise.
Yes.
Correct.
This is the Tom Cruise one's the Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, like the 1930s.
I only recognize the
one.
Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz mummies.
Me
And The
too.
Mummy Returns.
And Boris Karloff.
And I think The
of
Mummy
course.
Returns came
Legend.
out. It was like one of the first movies I went to as a date
The
in
Mummy?
middle school. The Mummy Returns.
I think
has a special place in my heart. But the Rachel Weisz character like sings. She's like, "Patience is a virtue," and then he's like, "Not right now. It's not."
Who took you on a date to The Mummy?
Dude, those were
They were
box
great
office
movies.
smash hits.
There was even a ride at
movie
Universal
better than the date?
Studios.
There was a roller coaster. I think it's still there.
Okay, that roller coaster scared the poo out of me when I was a kid because it went backwards.
Yep.
So you like did the whole first part of the roller coaster, and then the mummy comes out in this what used to be really good graphic, which I'm sure now I'd roll my eyes at and be like, "This is so old."
Right.
But at the time, it seemed so realistic, and then it shot you backwards, and you did this whole roller coaster all over
Where
again.
does the Scorpion King fit into all this? That was part of it,
The
right?
Mummy Returns.
Yes.
He's
And
the villain in The Mummy Returns.
there is because you talk about graphics and CGI. There is a clip that always goes around on Twitter of the like Rock transforming into the Scorpion King, and it is one of the. It's early CGI, but
It's like a cautionary tale.
it's one of the worst things you've ever seen in your life. Like it's so bad, but they did make a spinoff.
Isn't
I
the
never
second
saw
one
it.
where they have a son? The Mummy Returns.
Little Mummy,
I believe they do have a son. Yes,
yes,
they
they
do
have a
have a son.
son.
Yes,
son of Mummy.
yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
he'll be all grown up in the new.
Oh, you know
one.
what they call that one?
What?
Mummy and Daddy.
Ha ha ha!
Yikes.
Yikes!
I do like that when I
Yikes.
say that the Scorpion King. When I ask a dumb question about movies, Bennett gives me like a look like I'm one of his children. Like he's like, yes, yeah, it's like the
Sure.
most patronizing thing he can give me. But
So many movies out right now.
Are there?
I'm falling behind.
Yeah,
I went to the movies last week.
What'd you see?
Predator
course you did.
Badlands.
I heard that was great.
It was
course you
awesome.
did.
Yeah, I
It
read
was
a review
awesome.
that was
Yeah.
like fantastic about that.
Yeah,
I want to go
I'm
see
gonna
it.
check that out. It was really good.
Is that Dakota Fanning or Elle Fanning?
That's Elle. That's
Elle
Elle.
Fanning.
Yeah, she's a android.
Oh, okay.
Well, now you ruined it. Now we don't have to see it.
Oh, I think it's that's
That's
in the
known.
marketing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even
check it out.
edited the poster weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got the I saw on Peacock last night. I was going on there to check out the NBA, and they have the new Jurassic World, whatever the newest Jurassic movie is. It's on Peacock now.
Rebirth.
For free. Yeah,
It was pretty good. I liked it.
The Scarlett Johansson one. She's in it.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
This is. Do you need to fill time?
No, we're good. We're just
Okay, because I had a random anecdote.
Well, go for it, go for
well,
it.
I was listening to an episode of The Puck last night, which is the entertainment
Hollywood
business podcast for Matt Bellany, and
I
they were
gotta listen to that.
drafting like franchises that they would take for the next, I don't know, however many
Yes.
years, and no one took Jurassic Park because I think it's kind of faltered a
Yeah.
bit, but they took Spider-Man, and they took Despicable Me, which I found so odd. Somebody took the Harry Potter movie, the Harry
Just the
Potter
idea?
TV series
Oh, yeah.
that's coming out, because they took like 4 movies and 1 TV series, and I thought Harry Potter was an interesting TV series. The other universe was the Yellowstone universe for the TV options. I know, but it makes a ton of money and it includes everything that they have. But it just got me thinking of just those franchises that work. You couldn't take Marvel. You couldn't take things in their entirety.
What's Spider-Man? Oh, DC.
Somebody took Spider-Man. Somebody took Batman
No, it's
individually.
Marvel, but it's a Sony property.
Somebody took K-pop
Yeah.
Demon Hunters. It was just an odd thing that Jurassic Park. I would have thought Jurassic Park would have still.
Anybody take Star Wars?
I think the knock on that last Jurassic Park movie was
don't think so.
was that it's all stuff that you've seen before.
We've seen it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've hit the.
We've done it all. We're back to the island.
many
Why do they
times-
keep doing this? They're just gonna kill people.
We can't stop going back.
We can't stop recreating dead dinosaurs.
I thought it was gonna work this time, but God.
The only thing about the superhero movies to me that I don't like, and I love Batman. That's my favorite superhero.
Okay.
is all these movies like how many times can we see an origin story of Superman?
So
how many times can we see an origin story of Spider-Man, of Batman?
The Spider-Man one makes a ton of sense to me because kids love Spider-Man. Like my Noah, when he was 2 years old, was Spider-Man for Halloween.
Yeah.
Miles,
So was my
2-year-old,
son. Yeah.
he was
That's
Spider-Man.
why they took Spider-Man first. They said Halloween just rolled around, and it's like all of the kids.
But are they just going to
still-
make another Spider-Man like origin story movie?
Probably.
Probably so. I mean, you got the new. There's going to be a new Into the Spider-Verse that comes out at some point. You got a new Tom Holland movie coming out next year, I think. So yeah, they're just going to keep rolling.
I think maybe some video games should become like more franchises.
Someone took Minecraft.
Yeah.
And said that video games are the new Marvel.
Because the
So
Mario
the conversation around those.
huge.
Someone took
Yeah.
someone took Super
I mean,
Mario.
the Last of Us TV show on HBO has been like
Yeah.
huge. That's a video game. Like there's
Yeah.
not as many good video games anymore. Like that have come out that have like stories to them, like The Last of Us.
Yeah. Well, and the Mario world presents the opportunity to do spin-offs with like a Princess Peach movie or
Yeah.
a Luigi movie. They wouldn't take like a Zelda, like people who
Yeah.
play in Super Smash Bros. Like it was very stuck with Donkey Kong, Princess Peach.
Someone should do Zelda.
Somebody should do
I just
Zelda.
played these
Someone
two video
should do
games.
Zelda.
They're free on PS Plus if you guys have it on PlayStation. There's one called Deliver Us the Moon, and then another one's called Deliver Us Mars.
Okay.
And they're sci-fi video games, and you're on the moon, on an abandoned space station on the moon, and you have to you're floating through it, and you have to get to like research like what happened here, why is this abandoned, what's going on. It's super cool. It's like kind of almost like this dystopian moon thing. And then they made a sequel to it where you go to Mars, and it's the same thing. Like you're trying to find out what happened on Mars, and
That's
you're
pretty
in
cool.
these like old abandoned space stations that have holes in the ceiling and stuff. And but they're really good games. I had never heard of them. I stumbled on them on PS Plus, and they're both awesome games. So anyway.
Okay.
All right, we're going to take another break. We're going to get to
Appreciate
5
it,
things.
JB.
Thanks
No
for hanging
problem,
out,
guys.
JB, and we'll be right back here on the Gary Parrish Show on Grind City Media.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
The Grizzlies are the one thing everyone in the family can agree on. So join us every Sunday this season for Sunday Family Fun Days. It's a steal at just $35 and includes a ticket to the game, a $10 food voucher, post-game free throws on the court, and a meet and greet with mascot Grizz. Space is limited, so grab your tickets now for this unique experience your family won't soon forget. Go to grizzlies.com/Sunday and have a fun day.
Calling all collectors! Topps NBA basketball trading cards are back. It's available in the Grizzlies Den by Fanatics and online at Topps.com. Rip into bold color parallels, electric inserts, relics, and autographed cards from today's biggest stars and the next gen talent. Look out for rookie cards of Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper, plus Grizzlies favorites Ja Morant, Jalen Wells, and so many more. You don't want to miss this drop. Grab your set before it's gone.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled, and Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, on evenings, and even on Saturdays. So the next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. You can just walk in, and Ortho South, they will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's OrthoSouth at orthosouth.org.
All right, let's stop dancing and get back to it. Welcome back to the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media. Lane Whitaker sitting in for GP, who's stuck in travel hell all day. Bennett Doyle's here, Kyra Black's here, and it's time to get to 5 things.
Number 1.
Number 1, what a night in the NBA, huh?
No, you're at the wrong number 1.
How about the night we have tonight in college basketball?
We got a big one tonight. Memphis men's basketball team play their second game of the season. They are at the, hang on, let me make
Undefeated. Ole Miss.
Let me make sure I get the name right. They are at the Sandy and John Black Pavilion at Ole Miss tonight.
That's a long name.
The Rebs are 10.5-point favorites at home tonight. I saw this, Parthapadia, I put this out.
How many? 10.5?
10.5-point favorites tonight. I know. Rebels are 2-0. Parth put this out. The Tigers have lost 4 straight at Ole Miss. They have not won there since 2005, so that would be John Calipari era Tigers. Ole Miss has 5 players shooting 40% or better from 3 on at least 2 attempts per game through the first 2 games. So they're a good shooting team. They're obviously well coached. Chris Beard's one of the great coaches in college basketball, but
Memphis is still getting their offense put in. We know Penny's talked about that.
That's true. But Penny did get him here last year.
Yeah.
That was a big win for the Tigers last year. I did look at the rosters. Obviously, Memphis starting lineup, it's all new faces. Ole Miss brings back 1 starter from last season, senior Malik Dia forward. He's averaging 15 points and 4 rebounds per game so far. He's from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, so he's a local kid. It's going to be tough. We talked about it. It's why winning that San Francisco game was so important on Saturday, just to get some good vibes to start the season. And you hope that you look up down the road and San Francisco's competing for a WCC championship, hopefully, or at least in the mix in that league, like they were last year. But this is going to be a tough game. I mean, it would obviously be a huge win. Because I think Ole Miss is going to be good in the SEC. Chris Beard.
You said Gary has them like on his top 25
I think
right off.
GP has them at 26, so they are the and 1 of his top 25 and 1 right now. They're not ranked in the AP right now.
But they're good. You know they're going to be good.
You know they're going to be good. You know they're well coached.
And they're
team.
an SEC team, so it's like, and you're playing in the Pavilion. The Sandy and John Black Pavilion at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I saw Parth also said that Sincere Parker and Ole Miss's A.J. Storr, who's one of their star players, both from Rockford, Illinois. So maybe they have crossed paths before. But I was super encouraged by that game on Saturday, man. I think, a couple guys were just interesting as far as that could be, potentially a guy that could be with this program for more than 1 season, like Majok. I mean, I thought Julius Stedford, local kid who just came back to Memphis. He's a sophomore, I believe, and both of those guys had good games. Quante Berry was actually, I think, recognized like honorable mention when they were doing like their weekly awards for Conference Players of the Week. He had 17 points in that game against San Francisco, and so he's another guy that's interesting, but
I like that Doug McDaniel. I know he's a senior.
Yes, but transfer from Kansas State. It's kind of weird. We swapped. Like PJ Haggerty goes to Kansas State. Doug McDaniel comes here.
It's also funny that his name is Doug, but it's just D-U-G. It's like the past tense of dig.
I know.
Yeah. But he played 37 minutes in their opener and had double digits assists, 8 assists.
Dude, and I thought too, I thought he ran the offense really well.
Yeah.
There was even, when it got tight late in that San Francisco game, I'm screaming at the TV saying, keep the ball in his hands. He was making stuff happen. And they kind of got away from a small stretch, but
you need a guy like that.
You need a guy like that.
You need somebody you can just give them the ball and settle things down.
College hoops is so much about good guard play, and
that's why Memphis has 100 guards. So
that's right. That's right.
They got options there.
But
by the way, Julius Stedford was one of my son's counselors at basketball camp this summer at Penny Hardaway basketball.
You told me that.
So we're big Julius.
You got a connection
fans.
there.
Yeah, we're big Julius fans. So that game's on TV tonight. somewhere, I'm sure.
Yes, the
ESPN
game,
Plus,
yeah,
ESPN somewhere.
Hang on, I got it right here. It is on the SEC network
SEC
tonight.
network.
Yeah,
Right.
so but that's part of the whole ESPN family and network.
It
So if
is.
you've got like all the ESPN channels, you have SEC network as well. So that's tonight, 8 o'clock on the SEC network. Tigers again, 10.5-point underdogs on the road at Ole Miss.
Number 2.
Now we'll go around the NBA and talk about some of these crazy games last night. Where do you want to start? You want to start with?
I think I want to start with the play of the night, which is probably
Desmond Bane?
our old. Don't you think it's our old friend Desmond Bane?
To me, the play of the night was in the Miami game, but we can start with Desmond Bane.
Let's start with our old friend Desmond Bane because it's been a struggle to start the season for the Orlando Magic. People are concerned, and Dez at least silenced them
For a night.
Here's the clip.
Looking, no timeouts left. The pass comes to Bane. Bane hoisting at the buzzer.
Because as far as plays go, that's a terrible play.
Yeah, he's like falling back, fade away.
They barely run a screen. He dribbles into a double team. The guy who's defending the inbounder can just run over and double him, and he shoots it over the double team and makes it. So it worked. I know the Magic, they needed a moment like that, right? They just needed something.
Yeah.
But look at this. Screen, double team.
Bane hoisting at the buzzer. He drills it.
Good for Dez.
Good for Dez.
Magic go to 5-6 with that win.
I mean, I'm a little jealous.
Are you?
Just a tinge.
Of what?
The vibes. Like we've had a game winner
They've
this year.
had terrible vibes though.
We've had a game. Well,
yeah, we had
I don't
one
know
in
if
Phoenix.
it wasn't really a game winner, was it? They had another possession.
Yeah, but it was
close enough.
Good enough. I mean, a buzzer beater is different than a game winner, right?
Yes.
A buzzer beater game winner. Yeah, but that was a good moment for that Magic team. They have some work to do still, but they needed something to get them going forward.
Bill says in the chat, keep in mind he was 0 of 5 from 3 when he took that shot. Well, that's why you keep shooting.
That's right.
That's why you keep shooting.
You
knew he wasn't going to be. You knew he wasn't going to go bad forever.
As far as plays go, though,
Yes.
This thing the Miami Heat did last night with 0.4 seconds left on the clock, all you can do really is tap it in, right? Or lob.
Mm-hmm.
I think technically if it's more than 0.3, you're allowed to catch and shoot.
Yep.
If you watch this play closely, watch the Heat set up like they're running the elevators play that the Warriors always run, right? Where the two guys come together. Somebody shoots through the gap, you close off the defense, and then the person is ostensibly behind this screen and they get an open shot. The two guys up here close it off, and then someone screens for one of those guys.
And this undoubtedly is going to be reviewed.
What a play.
But my goodness.
So Andrew Wiggins is one of those guys screening up top, and basically the screener screens for the screener.
Trigger. And this undoubtedly is going to be reviewed.
As a basketball nerd, Bennett, I really appreciate that play design and the play call.
I was trying to think.
Eric Spoelstra said that the assistant, one of the assistant coaches there is Chris Quinn, who played in the NBA for a long time. And he said Chris Quinn came up with that play like 3 or 4 years ago, and they've just had it like in their playbook off to the side, never used it. And then the other night, last night, he said they were in that situation. They were like, "Oh, let's run the Chris Quinn play," and so they let Chris Quinn describe it in the huddle. And went out there and used that.
I've seen it. So famous in one of the more famous plays in Grizzlies history was that regular season game with Courtney Lee when they were playing against the Kings, and he hit a similar shot off an inbounds pass, and I think it was around like 0.4, something like that on the clock to win the game. It's happened to the Grizzlies before as well. I want to say it was Phoenix. Who was the player? Jason. And he bounced around the league a lot, but he was really good for the Suns back in the early 2000s. I can't remember, but same thing. He did it against the Grizzlies.
Big guy?
No, like a small forward.
Not Jason Richardson.
It might have been Jason Richardson.
He wasn't on the Suns.
No, it wasn't Jason Richardson. God, that's gonna drive me crazy.
Jason Kidd.
No, it was Jason.
He was on the Suns.
Yeah, it was Jason Richardson. It was. He hit a buzzer beater against the Grizzlies. It was the same kind of play.
He was on the Suns for 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, so those were the two big plays in the league last night. Also, you had Cade Cunningham just go off that game. I actually saw some of that game because it was on Peacock.
The funniest thing is I was on Peacock last night.
Yeah.
And, like on the Peacock, they have like those big graphics at the top of the screen. And it said like NBA tonight. And they had a huge picture of Cade Cunningham and a huge picture of CJ McCollum.
Oh yeah, he's with the Wizards.
Yeah, he's on the Wizards. And I was like, I was like, why would they put this game on Peacock? Like the Wizards. How did the Wizards end up on Peacock? And then it turned into an awesome game and went to overtime. The craziest part of that game was that Cade Cunningham took 45 shots. 45 field goal attempts.
That's insane.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. 46 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 5 steals. He joins Michael Jordan as the only player in NBA history with 40, 10, 10, and 5 steals in a single game.
He missed 31 shots. He made 14. 14 for 45.
Dude, he's awesome. I mean,
I wouldn't say that. He missed 31
I don't care.
shots.
He's awesome. We saw him in this building the other night. Like, that dude has clearly taken a leap.
He missed 31 shots are the most by a player in a game since the 1976 merger.
I'm just looking at the history with MJ. That's all I need to see.
Guess who the last player was to miss that many shots? Hall of Famer, Rick Barry.
Gee, I was gonna say like Kobe.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Rick Barry in 1967.
How about that? By the way, what do you think about the Peacock broadcast?
That's fine.
That was the first one that I'd watched like a whole from start to finish. I think NBC is killing it with this NBA coverage.
Yeah, I mean,
do. It just feel to me the NBC/Peacock coverage just feels
nostalgic. It feels
not
like
even
the
nostalgic. It just feels bigger than just like a like. I think they do such a good job with their NFL coverage too. Sunday Night Football, and their NBA coverage. It's an individual game just feels bigger. Like typically, a lot of national NBA games kind of just get lost in the fold early, especially early in the regular season. I just feel like their broadcasts make it feel a little bit bigger. They do things
like they show the introductions.
Mm-hmm.
They show like the outside of the stadium before the game. Like hey, let's set the scene. Because ESPN so often is just like, a bunch of guys yelling in the studio, and they're like, all right, let's go. And then the game starts. They just go right to the game, or like the announcers are standing there courtside, and they're like, real quick intro, let's get to it. NBC seems to have a little bit more attention to the atmosphere and the surroundings. They show the players getting introduced, the national anthem. They show like stuff that a lot of times other people don't show that because they want to sell ads in that time.
Right.
But NBC's giving you a little more of that. I wonder how long that continues. Like, is that just like the first month of the season we're going to do this? Or is that like, that's how they're going to do it? They also have the nostalgia thing going for them too.
For sure. They got the music, the theme song.
The graphics, the Al Michaels voiceovers and stuff, the Michael Jordan thing, I never really was like, okay, cool. Like he told a story about shooting a free throw in front of a kid. Like we're going to celebrate that. I get it.
Oh, yeah. We were a little misled on the MJ thing. It was just one interview that they've clipped up into a bunch of different pieces. That's kind of weird, but
I think he's doing more. I read they're going to make him do more.
Mike,
there's been this blowback.
Mike, you got to come in the studio just once, please.
No, I think Tariq will just go to his house like 2 more times during the year. Like they'll wait till they run out of stuff from this first one.
Yeah, Gary said, and I was like, it's not that he's like, okay, it's Michael Jordan, right? If you might even consider building a small studio wherever he is just to be able to have him on the live broadcast.
He's not doing that.
He's not doing it.
No. You know what I thought they should do, though?
What?
Like, instead of having Mike Tirico interview him, let's get Ahmad Rashad.
That's his guy.
Yeah.
That's his guy.
Maybe they're not anymore because Michael apparently falls out with people from time to time. I know he and Charles Barkley had a falling out.
Right.
So maybe he's not cool with Ahmad Rashad anymore. But back in the day, like if we're going to play the nostalgia card here, if you're NBC, like bring back inside stuff, bring back Ahmad Rashad, Willow Bay. She's got to be around. Let's get this thing back going again. So
yeah, I also think too, this might be like some weird in the weeds nerd stuff. NBC's got a really good HD feed.
So yes, I ended up watching Sunday Night Football on Peacock. I usually have cable and I watch on cable.
Yeah.
And on Peacock the other night, I was on there and it said Sunday Night Football in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
And on cable, it's not in 4K. It's in HD, 1080, whatever it is. But the 4K just looks better.
Of course.
So if you're watching in the 4K, like it's gonna look better than it does otherwise.
It's just crisp.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not watching it in 4K. I'm just watching it in standard.
I had it on in
HD.
4K last night.
You did?
It looked great. Yeah.
Okay.
It looked great. My son and I are watching The Office from start to finish. And so I've been spent a lot of time on the Peacock the last month or two. So
You got to watch the extended episodes.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just watching the regular ones. Like there's so many episodes, and we're trying to get through them. And he's in school, he's got homework.
Yeah.
Like I can't give the extra 5-6 minutes per episode on the extended ones. Maybe after we get through the whole first season. We got to the one last night where Michael Scott quits, which is a great episode. So
it's so
keep going.
Number 3.
All right. So last night in the WWE.
Congratulations are in order
to John Cena.
I should have brought my towel. I should have brought my Never Give Up
We
towel.
need Roser to sing this theme song, which he likes to. Yeah.
Elite theme song.
John Cena became. This was his last Raw appearance. He's still going to wrestle in some of the pay-per-view things or whatever, but this was his final appearance on Raw, and he ended up winning the the Intercontinental title last night.
Yes, beat Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. So this makes him a Grand Slam champion for the WWE. It was the one title he had never won. So to be a Grand Slam champion, you got to win the WWE Championship, the Intercontinental title, the United States Championship, and then the Tag Team Championship.
Okay. Yes.
So,
I have been, me and GP have talked about this. I've been a little more unplugged recently, but I did make it a point to tune into this.
Did you last night?
Yeah. I mean, So my wrestling fandom, I was a huge fan as a kid growing up all the way like through the Attitude Era. And then I kind of, in my like teenage years and stuff, college years, dropped off a little bit. So I wasn't as plugged in during the Ruthless Aggression era, which is the John Cena era of WWE. But he's obviously been back a lot since then. And since I got back into it years ago. He's a legend, man. He's a legend. In fact, one of the last, this was cool. People will remember this. I want to say that it was maybe January 2019 before everything really went down with the pandemic when Raw was here. And I want to say it was one of Vince McMahon's last major appearances on a show as part of the storyline. And he brought Cena in the ring, and I don't remember what the storyline was exactly, but
one of the ones here was when McMahon got his limo window broken out in the parking deck. Remember that? Like that was like 2 years ago, something like that. McMahon was here one of the last times, and somebody busted out his car window in the parking garage down there. I don't remember who.
I don't know if it was that one. It was probably maybe since then, but I remember because I got a video of it, and I just remember like I go back and look at it, and then everything that happened since then, it was like, damn, that was one of Vince's last real like storyline. He had been in the ring to like honor people and for like anniversary appearances and stuff like that. But I'm just saying as like the Mr. McMahon character. And so that was kind of cool.
By the way, Nick in the chat points out Cena's on Raw next week. The next week's his final one.
So this was his last time in Boston, his hometown.
Okay.
That's why we can't show it because WWE, they'll get you. But the pop last night when he came out was awesome.
Yeah.
It's one of the good ones. Yeah.
You're talking about WWE events here. The one that I always think about was when The Rock came last year right before WrestleMania.
Good. The rest of the show was okay.
I know, but The Rock opened it with like a 25-minute just soliloquy on stage by himself.
And I would just respect the hell out of him for like claiming Memphis in that moment, that week. Like that made us feel good. I mean, he really did. I think he said, finally, The Rock's come back home.
He said, finally, The Rock has come back to home.
It is,
and that place went crazy. That was a great
cool,
pop.
Man.
We were walking into the arena and we heard the glass break, or not glass break is Stone Cold, but we heard the sound effect of the Rock music, and we all came running in. And you know who was in there sitting next to me was Brevin Knight and Rob Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not wrestling guys, but they just had nothing to do that night, so they came out.
Yeah.
And they don't know a lot about wrestling. And I was like, and The Rock comes out with the mic, and he's looking around. And I turned to BK and I was like, hey man, like, there's Van Gogh painting pictures. There's Tiger Woods hitting a driver. and there's this right here. You're about to see like one of the
Rock with the
greatest,
microphone,
the Rock with
yeah.
the mic by himself, just talking, and then he dropped that like 20-minute thing, and it was so good.
Dude, it was
anyway,
awesome.
There's been some other guys who've won this WWE Grand Slam, Grand Slammers, I guess we call them.
Okay.
Some other wrestlers who have won. He is now the 25th Grand Slam champion in WWE history. I want you to see if you can name some of the other stars.
Oh my God. Okay.
They've got to be kind of recent.
That's what I was going to say. They got to be recent because this includes like the
U.S. Championship. Yeah, which wasn't around.
Dude, I'm going to do terrible on this.
No, it's not. I mean, it's a lot of guys.
It's a lot of big names?
25 names. Like, you got to come up with, give me
Is
five.
it a lot of big names?
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
I'll give you 10 guesses to get 5.
Okay, Jeff Hardy's one of them.
Jeff Hardy, yes.
Jeff Hardy's one of them.
1 for 1.
I'm going to say Randy Orton.
Randy Orton. I know he won the tag team. Randy Orton, yes, 2 for 2.
Okay, I'll say CM Punk. I'm not sure if that's true.
No, that is not true. 2 for 3.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes, no. 2 for 4.
Jey Uso.
Ooh, that's a good one. No. 2 for 5.
I'm doing really bad on this. See, I'm trying not to go back too old.
Right.
Like I don't think Triple H would have done
Triple H did it.
Okay, Triple H.
3
All
for
right.
6.
All right, Triple H.
I think Triple H is kind of where like that's your line of demarcation. Like around
that's where you got to cut it off.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Yes. 4 for 7. You're good. You're doing good. Give me one more.
Kevin Owens.
No. Yes, Kevin Owens is in. Yes, you got it. That's 5.
Okay.
I think the oldest guys I see on here are Triple H, Shawn Michaels.
I would have gotten HBK.
Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, Booker T.
Let me see. You're giving them to me.
You already got 5.
Okay, that's all right. Go ahead.
Booker T, Jeff Hardy, JBL is in there. Christian, Edge.
I should have gotten that.
The Big Show.
I should have gotten that.
The Miz, Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Randy Orton. Yeah. Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, John Cena.
Okay.
So is it all the guys from the Shield?
Yeah, probably. They all got
all 3
title
of them
runs.
made it. Yeah. I would guess, like, what do you think is the hardest of those 4 belts to win? It's got to be tag team, right? Like,
Well,
that's
the
such
US
a weird one.
the U.S. Championship is like the startup.
I don't even know what
belt.
that is.
It's the everybody that's like on the come up wins that
But
belt.
what's it in there? Like, also now there's a heavyweight championship and a universal championship.
Yes. Well, I wonder if they're combined now.
I don't know. Like,
I think they're combined now.
Someone in the chat tell us.
I think they're combined now. But yeah, man, that's great company, and I'm happy for John Cena. He's a legend, and I know that I've been unplugged, but I'm going to try to stay plugged back in going forward as we get into WrestleMania season.
You know what's
in the
made me
next couple
unplug
months.
is being on Netflix, honestly, because like I would on Monday nights I'd be on cable watching Monday Night Football or basketball, flipping around.
We're programmed to that TV guide, man.
And I would
that
flip past
guide,
USA
yes.
Network and see it, and I would go, "Oh, Raw's on. Let me see what's going on here."
Mm-hmm.
And now that you have to like get into an app and go in there, like that's kind of kept me out of it.
You know what they need to do for the old heads is find a way to, because you have a lot of these live events on streaming apps right now.
Yeah.
You know, like I have Xfinity, so like on my interface, like I have the cable, but I also have all the apps and everything like that. They need to find a way to show what's on now on the streaming apps within the guide.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
One-stop shop.
I agree.
That'll help the old cable subscribers because I can't quit cable.
I can't either.
I can't quit it, man.
I'm with you, man. I'm stuck on it. Like I can't. I can't turn it. I pay for it. All these people now are complaining about YouTube TV. Like I don't.
Look at us
not
now.
my problem.
Look at us now.
We look like the smart guys in the room.
You're damn right we do. All right, well, good for John Cena. I'm glad he
shout out
run
Cena.
the Grand Slam.
Number 4.
Memphis women's soccer.
Yep.
They announced the seeds for the NCAA tournament, and there's a little bit of like some beef going on here.
No, there's some controversy because the seating is disrespectful.
You feel like that? Well, the coach apparently feels like it.
Yeah, let's hear what Brooks Monahan had to say about it, the head coach of the women's soccer team, because I haven't actually heard this yet, but I saw that there was a quote from him, and so let's see what he said about being seeded 7th.
Yeah, I mean, listen, look, I'd rather be a 7th seed, probably play in Illinois, than a 3 seed in Tennessee playing North Carolina and having to play them a second time. It's hard to beat a team twice in a year, so. I don't want to sit and fuss, but I feel like, we're kind of used to, when you're in Memphis, not always getting, the benefit of the doubt on seeding, and, you just deal with it and move on.
First of all,
I love it. I love it.
Where's he from originally? Do we know?
Brooks, I don't know. He's been here for a long time, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where he grew up. Because he said, I don't want to fuss. Like, that's like the most Southern thing you can say.
I don't want to fuss.
Yeah.
Dude, the thing is,
he played at Christian Brothers. So, yeah, he's from here.
It is disrespectful seating. They were like the best team in women's soccer all season long. And yes, they had a heartbreaking loss in PKs in the pouring down rain to inferior team in the conference tournament. There's no doubt about it. But if they win that conference tournament, they're a 1 seed. So to fall
From
that
1 to 7,
to fall that far, I do think it's a little disrespectful.
How many?
But
teams
hopefully they they bottle up that energy and take it out on their opponent, Illinois. Yeah.
Use it to kick them. I'm looking to see how many teams are in this tournament. It looks like there's like 32 maybe.
We played Arkansas last year. But yeah, I was telling GP, I watched that game because it was on ESPN Plus, the one that they lost in the conference tournament to UTSA. And it was kind of just an anomaly. Like the Tigers had a 3-1 lead in that game. And like I said, it's pouring down rain.
Yeah.
They give up 2 goals late in that game because, it's gross out there. Like I said, pouring down rain. So it goes into extra time. And then it goes into PKs. And, dude, anything can happen in that moment in penalties. So I don't know. It felt more like an anomaly than, maybe they're not as good as everybody thought they were.
Yeah.
So
they play Illinois on Friday on the 15th. And then if they can beat Illinois, they play the winner of Grambling versus the 2 seed TCU.
Okay.
In that next round, which would be next week on the 20th. So.
I like it. We'll be rooting for them. I believe most of these games are typically on ESPN Plus, but the Illinois game, that'll be here on South Campus. So if you can't get out there and support the Memphis women's soccer team.
It's supposed to be nice weather this weekend, too.
Yeah.
Not cold like this.
Number 5.
All right. News around the NFL. I watched some of that Monday Night Football game last night, which was pretty boring.
Was it boring or was it?
It was just like offenses who can't do anything. And
I did get the win last night. I had the Eagles. I think it was plus 1.5. It was kind of a gross game. The frozen tundra didn't work out for the Packers. It was run the ball. Josh Jacobs had a big night for the Packers, but
we were watching the end of the game. My son was going to sleep, and we were watching we had it on the TV, and he was like, when you get to that final 3 minutes and it's like clock management time, and like the Eagles were trying to run out the clock, the Packers were trying to maximize the clock. You're calling timeouts, using the 2-minute warning. You're trying to get out of bounds. And my son was like, "This part's really confusing. Like, I don't understand what they're doing." And I was like, "Yeah, I said, "This is going to make you better at math. Being a football fan, like just understanding the last 3 minutes of a game and how you try to, when there was like, what was it, 5 seconds left, and the Packers were going to kick that last second field goal, and the Eagles called a timeout to ice the kicker, and then they brought the quarterback back out and for some reason just threw a pass out of bounds. Like, I don't know what that was. But there's a lot of that at the end of that game. I mean, I don't know. I think the Packers maybe aren't as good as we thought they were at the start of the year. They're fine. They're okay. But they really couldn't move the ball regularly against the Eagles.
I thought it was an impressive win by the Eagles.
I did too. I feel like they're sleepwalking kind of.
I feel the same. I think they're going to be – I think they got a good chance to be there again at the end. I do.
Yeah. They're like – I said this on Odds Couple yesterday. They're kind of remind me of the Chiefs like in the regular season where like they're like, all right, let's just get to the playoffs healthy. And these games we'll just hang around and make a little push at the end of the game, but for now we're just trying to get there. So yeah, I thought that was That was it wasn't a great game to me, but it was good for the Eagles to get that win.
Yep.
And the Packers now are 5-3-1.
Yep.
I think. Yeah. So.
And then the surprising news, I think surprising, Brian Dable got fired yesterday. And the thing is, okay, yeah, their record's bad again. So, but I thought that, he's obviously got something. They've got something in Jackson Dart, right? Like it looks like they've got their quarterback. When Scadaboo was playing before he got hurt, they were competitive. I don't know. I'm a little surprised by this one, just because I thought that they might. Too. I thought that they might. He's finally got the quarterback. It's been a disaster there at the quarterback position over the past couple of years. I do wonder if how well Daniel Jones is playing in Indy maybe factored into their decision. Like, dude, you actually should have won with this guy. It wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. The interesting thing now is going to be the Bills, right? They've been sort of a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Dable used to be their offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they try to bring him in here, like to get a little bump here going into the postseason, something like that? I don't know. Joe Brady's their offensive coordinator now. I've seen a couple people mention Tomlin to the Giants.
I've seen some people mention Daboll to the Titans.
What would you think about that?
I'd probably pass, just because you don't want a guy that's had a bunch of losing. I mean, that's hard to get your fan base excited.
He also, to me, like, he feels like a little, like, kind of unserious. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a little jolly. He's out there having fun.
Is he jolly?
Yeah, he seems like it. Maybe it's just because, like, he's built like that. But I mean, look, I'm a Falcons fan. I hope our coach gets fired. Like, I'm done with the Raheem Morris experience.
You're done.
And so, but I wouldn't want him as the Falcons coach either.
Okay.
Like, we had your run. Also, like, if you're going to build everything around Jackson Dart, like, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
So, yeah, we'll see. All right, let's take one more break. We'll get to GP's carryout. You're watching the Gary Parrish Show here on Grind City Media.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
action from anywhere with FanDuel Sports Network. Use code GRIZZ2025. That's GRIZZ2025 to get 30 days of access for free with this exclusive offer, including watching tonight and tomorrow night's games against the Knicks and Celtics. Again, the code is GRIZZ2025 for that FanDuel extended free trial offer. Let's do carryout.
Let's do it.
If I can hit the button.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
What did we miss today?
We got the, this dropped while we were on the air. The new City Edition jerseys have been released for every single team in the association. There's some that I like. There's some that I hate. I gotta admit, I think the Wizards, the old gold ones, are kind of cool. That reminds me of like the Gilbert Arenas era Wizards. The Grizzlies are right there, smack dab in the middle.
I kind of like those Nuggets ones on the top right with the old like breakout rainbow across the chest.
Those are awesome.
The Grizzlies ones are on sale now in the Grizz Den, apparently.
Bucks still doing Cream City. Okay, right on.
It's kind of weird.
No,
Cream City.
That's their thing.
I don't like the Pacers ones at all. On the left middle row.
It's kind of classic. I like them, okay? I like Cleveland's The Land. Those are good at the top and the middle.
Yeah. The Raptor.
Okay. I like the San Antonio throwbacks with the teal and red.
Yeah.
These are good. These are good, man. I don't hate these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate these. All right.
And one other thing we forgot today, I just wanted to mention, I just want to say shout out to my guys, Outcast. They went in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this weekend.
GP talked about it a lot yesterday. There's obviously the good clip of Andre 3000 when he's talking
Little
to
rooms.
small rooms, he
yeah.
talked a lot about that yesterday. I'm going to try to check it out tonight. I haven't gotten a chance to rewatch it.
I never thought when Andre got kicked out of middle school that this would happen.
That's y'all went to middle school together, didn't you?
How you like that?
He didn't thank you though.
Shouldn't.
That's all right.
He doesn't need to.
Any kind of acknowledgement? No? Okay, that's fine.
What's today's biggest game?
Yeah, we're going to go with the college basketball game we talked about earlier. Memphis at Ole Miss from the Sandy and John Black Pavilion at Ole Miss. The Rebels are 10.5-point favorites at home. I'll go Tiger. 10.5. That's
there's some
big.
good NBA games on tonight too. I mean Grizzlies, but Tigers. What time does the game start? 7 o'clock. The
8 o'clock
Tigers
on
game,
SEC
Ole Miss.
Network.
Why's it at 8 o'clock?
I don't know. Probably just programming
Some of that Ole Miss
time
junk.
slots. There's probably have a game before then.
You really think the SEC network's that jam with programming?
I mean, hey, it's that time of year, man. We're playing all the sports.
All right.
So yeah, okay, that's tonight. I'm gonna go Tigers plus 10.5 in that one.
What are we watching on TV?
All right, we do have a couple college football games tonight on ESPNU. You've got it's Maction. It's Maction night. Kent State at Akron at 6:30 on ESPNU, followed by Ohio at Western Michigan. Oh, that's at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. There's a new episode that we haven't watched yet of Welcome to Derry.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up with this?
I watched the first episode the other morning and it was a little creepy. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I've been watching. Have you watched Pluribus on Apple?
Mm-mm.
It's the guy who did Vince Gilligan, who did Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It's his new
I've heard of
show.
it.
It's a sci-fi show on Apple TV and it's awesome. It's really good. It's about like I don't want to tell you what it's about.
Okay, I'll check it out. I loved Breaking Bad.
Aliens are involved. It's on Earth. There's a pandemic. I'm not going to tell y'all, but it's great. There's 2 episodes that are up on Apple Plus.
Okay.
I also finished Boots on Netflix. It's awesome. Go watch that. Shout out Veterans Day.
All right. Speaking of TV and movies, we do have a special guest
We do.
here in studio today. It is my child, Noah.
What's so funny about that, Noah?
Noah, what do you have for us today? Because we were trying to come up with a list. What are we going to do a ranking of right now?
Top 5 favorite Christmas movies.
Top 5 favorite Christmas movies. We did just put up our Christmas tree a little bit early for some people's taste, but we like to get in the holiday spirit right when November hits. Where do you have your list? Where's your list? You've already lost.
Why is it on the floor?
You've already lost your list, man.
Come on.
All right,
Noah.
so give us. This is Noah's top 5. Is this Christmas? Just Christmas movies?
Just Christmas movies, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Okay, let's hear it.
What's number 1 or number 5?
Story.
Wait, talk in the microphone.
Okay.
What's number 1?
Christmas Story. Number 2, Grinch. Number 3.
Which Grinch? The cartoon or the guy with the act?
The
suit?
cartoon.
The cartoon. Okay.
And
the classic.
3, Buddy the Elf.
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 I love Elf.
Harry Potter. That's sort of a Christmas
It takes place
movie.
at Christmas.
They do have scenes at Christmas time.
And Home Alone.
Yeah,
Home Alone.
that's Dad's
Yeah.
favorite. Home Alone. Yeah, man. Home Alone 2. I put those in the same category. They're both equally great.
I literally yesterday opened up a present I bought for my son. And now, Bennett, you should maybe think about doing this for Noah. Homage, the t-shirt company, they actually made this Outcast t-shirt. They have a Home Alone t-shirt, and it's Kevin Arnold's battle plan for defeating the bad guys.
I've got a t-shirt of the mom screaming in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell them about it.
So didn't she get it at Disney?
Yeah, and it's when she fell out in the airport.
And it has the red stripes and white stripes.
That's right, it does.
And
Noah,
she's like screaming.
Oh, look, there's the shirt.
Do you like that?
That's Kevin's battle plan. That's pretty cool. I like your ranking, man. I think it's pretty good. I like that you did some classics with Christmas Story and the classic Grinch cartoon, but also added some modern ones. And I do think that Harry Potter can fall in that category of Christmas movie.
I like you kind of bent the rules a little bit for Harry Potter because it's not really a Christmas movie, but there's Christmas parts in it.
That's right. We consider Harry Potter a Christmas thing. They do like all the Harry Potter ornaments.
It's sort of like
Hallmark.
Die Hard. Is Die Hard a Christmas?
True.
Noah, do you consider Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Do you know Die Hard? I don't think he's
I don't know.
He's not old enough yet to
With
watch
you being the
Die
dad,
Hard.
I'm not sure. Like he's seen some
we
things.
do watch some borderline stuff, but I don't think he's ready for Die Hard yet. I would say yes, of course, Die Hard's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Die Hard 2 to me is
We
also...
think about it when we think about Christmas. It's become part of the lore.
Yeah.
The more you talk about is Die Hard a Christmas movie, that makes it a Christmas movie because we talk about it so much.
Yeah, the discourse.
All right, man, great job. You got anything else before we get you off?
My favorite, Jaws.
Oh, your favorite Jaws. Yeah. Why don't you tell everybody you love the Jaw 3s?
I like the zombie ones.
Yep. You like those zombie ones?
Yeah. I like the pink ones.
Lang has those.
I have the pink ones.
Yeah. I saw you wearing them.
And what other? Which is those your two favorites?
Yeah.
Those are your two favorites?
I don't remember all of them.
Hey, Noah.
Okay.
Those are really the only two I remember.
He's wearing some green ones tonight in New York against the Knicks.
Hey, Noah, tell your dad for Christmas you want a pair of Ja 3s.
Is that what you want?
Sure.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. Good stuff, man. Great ranking.
All right. Is that it? What else we got?
No, we got to read something.
What's the best thing
what are you
we've
gonna
read?
You know what? You could read. Apparently this morning, Michael Ray Richardson died. 70 years old, former NBA star. Got banned from the NBA in the 80s because of drugs. Back when you would get banned for that instead of getting help for it. Passed away today at 70 years old. And there was a time where he was maybe the best player in the NBA. And there's like a bunch of stuff on ESPN now. Mark Spears wrote a piece. Anscape had an interview with him a couple of years ago. But there's lots about Michael Ray Richardson. If you don't know about him, Sugar, as he was known, Sugar Ray Richardson. You can read a lot about him on ESPN.
Cool.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
We're going to see what's on tap tomorrow. Vernon should be in studio with us. We'll talk about Grizzlies Knicks. We'll talk about Memphis Ole Miss. I don't know what GP's situation is, but I think he will be. I'm pretty positive he's going to be hosting the show tomorrow. I just don't know from where.
There's a chance I might be here. Who knows? We'll see how it all plays out.
His flight was canceled. That's right, Noah.
Well, we'll see if if he turns up, or if Noah's hosting tomorrow. There's a possibility.
Yeah, we might just let
also.
Noah host the show.
All right. So for Noah, for Bennett, for Kyra, I'm Lang. Appreciate you hanging out with us today, GP. Hopefully he's back tomorrow. Stay tuned on Grind City Media Day. Chris Vernon's coming up. I'll be back at 2 o'clock for the Sneak Fest show and Grizzlies tonight against the Knicks. So we'll see you back soon here on Grind City Media.